Hey, what's up guys? This is Dan again. I decided to make a new STI video. I also decided to change my point of view from first person, make it a little more personal. Today I wanted to talk about gas mileage and your STI or your WRX. Now, the camera almost fell off, too much torque. Alright, so currently this thing is taped to my upper gauge cluster. Let's see how long it holds on. A lot of people are going to tell you if you're interested in buying an STI, the gas mileage sucks. Is that true? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. First of all, if you're looking to get a sports car, which I consider the STI in the realm of, gas mileage should not be your primary concern. Your gas mileage, if you're interested in a sports car, no matter what it be, even if it's a 4-cylinder, it's probably going to be turbocharged or a V8. And most of the time, it's going to suck. I mean, we've come a long way. LS engines now, Dodge's engines with MDS, with cylinder deactivation, they're getting pretty respectable gas mileage. I mean, if you're cruising and driving normally, you could do pretty good. I mean, you could get upwards of 20 miles to the gallon, if not more, depending on the car. Now this car, you have a 4-cylinder. You have a decent size 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, turbocharged. That doesn't necessarily help the MPG, but you have all-wheel drive, and that's a big factor in determining how many miles to the gallon you get, because this all-wheel drive system is constantly on. It's constantly going. Now, that factors in a lot because your drivetrain is currently putting the power down through every corner of the car, and it's using more on the engine. Sounds pretty simple, right? But in reality, if you're driving on the highway, or if you're driving like a normal person, you have a manual car, so you could put it in high gear and cruise, and you could get a respectable amount of gas mileage. Now, in this car, I like to drive it hard. I don't have a long commute. I'd say about a half hour each way. And when I drive hard, I'd say I get around 17 to 18 miles to the gallon. That's redlining it a couple times each way. When the road opens up, after being caught in traffic for 15 minutes straight, you just want to blow by everybody. It's normal and understandable. You bought a sports car, and people on the road are dumbasses, so do what you got to do. Road opens up, I get on it. I drive spiritedly, to say the least, and even with that form of driving, I will achieve 17 to 18. I think that's pretty respectable. Now, if I'm really cruising, driving like a normal person, staying at a boost for the most part, and putting it in 5th, 6th for the majority of the ride, I've been noticing I could easily achieve 22, 24 miles to the gallon and maintain it. If I'm on the highway, 24 is honestly not an issue. If it's like a 45-minute drive and I'm on the LIE, which is near me, or a parkway, that's relatively simple and straightforward. Now, that's also, like I said, respectable, decent, and easily achievable for a car like this. So if you're considering WRX or an STI, and I say WRX, let me specify, I'd say the 14 prior years before they changed the engine in 15 to the FA20, because that was still a 2.5 liter, so more displacement, chances are worse gas mileage. The FA20, sure, it does better on gas, but it's a 2 liter. The 2.5 liter, larger engine, both turbocharged, but the larger engine plus the turbo, you're going to get worse gas mileage. But I don't know if they changed anything. I feel like my current STI gets better gas mileage than my 14 WRX, but that was going years back, so I really don't know. I know I had it tuned. I can't recall if the tuning helped it or not, but this I think does better. So if you're considering an STI or an older WRX with a 2.5 liter, I wouldn't be alarmed by the gas mileage. The reality of it is, if you have the money to drop on this car, if you want a sports car, I wouldn't be worried about the gas mileage at all, to be quite honest with you. As long as you're not getting under 12 miles to the gallon, I think that's the point of no return. Like that's pretty bad. Like that's like beefy truck gas mileage. But anything above 15 to 20 for a sports car, I think is pretty decent. And like I said, I commute 30 minutes each way, so a full tank of gas will last me a full week, and it's only $40 to fill this thing up. So I don't want to say I'm happy with it, but I'm definitely content with the gas mileage of this car. So if anybody out there is considering one, wants one, and can afford it, but is really going to be breaking the bank, or needs to budget afterwards, if you drive normally and do a few pulls in between, you could easily maintain 20 miles to the gallon. I'd show you guys on my screen, but the way I have it set up is to show the trip, and right now I'm just sitting and idling, so it's going to be garbage. But if you look here, 18.6, that's with idling, and that's with driving pretty hard recently. So like I said, driving mostly hard, back and forth to work, I'm at 18.6, and this is the current trip. Obviously 10.2, that's terrible, but that's because it's per trip, and mostly this whole trip I've just been idling, so the gas mileage is going to go down. So that's pretty much it. I wouldn't let that turn you off of this car. It's still a great car, and you got to take it for what it is: the engine, the all-wheel drive, drivetrain, and other factors. Bear in mind, I would only run 93 octane in this car. This car has sensitive timing, and it's really designed around 93 octane. The tune is, and that's the safest bet for you. People run 91 in this car, they run 89, and they don't tune it, and they put an air filter or air intake in, and then they blow up their motor 20,000 miles and wonder what happened. It's literally that simple. I mean, the car calls for 93. Just stick to 93, and then if you do anything besides a catback, tune it, and you should be safe. Change the oil too, obviously. Check your oil, don't run low on oil, and these little things add up. That's really it. Figured I'd share with you guys my experience, and so far everything's been good. I'm 8,100 miles in. No true issues. Everything's been looking good. Sounds great. It's warmer now, so whatever little rattle I had from the winter, it disappeared. I think it's because the exhaust just amplifies everything, and I've still been enjoying it. So thanks for watching.